with the champion.
Oh, and the Lee Sin removed from Meteos here. Are Dignitas trying to pinch an Elise right now?
Maybe. Leaving that one up, very dangerous. Both of these junglers love Elise, as many junglers do. I guess that's not really worth repeating.
Do you love Elise?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And the double support ban, I really like that against Dignitas. It's actually a classic bans against Dignitas because they use those supports in solo lanes.
IPL 3 status right there.
Through their history, yeah.
With KiWiKiD and Kog'Maw, the Kazakhs.
There it is. Wrong team we got. Oh, well.
Oh, that still means it's valuable, though. They
It's on
wanted
the
to first
table,
pick
yeah.
it, remove it from Meteos there.
Scarra's happy with that pick. Oh, man,
Yeah.
he's looking for resets already.
All right. And, of course, honestly, Kazakhs can go in any of the 3 major lanes we see him in. He can go top lane, he can go jungle, he can go mid, and they can flex that around until they get a lane they like.
You're loving that flex, aren't you?
They're really buff. I mean, you got balls right here. Why not take flex picks?
Flex picks working out pretty well for most of the teams.
He could flex
Keeping
picks.
their opponents on their toes. Cloud9, let's see how flexible they are, if they deviate from the norm here.
Ooh, Pantheon for Meteos
Oh,
and
man.
Sivir for Sneaky. 2 great high priority picks there.
Oh, man. Pantheon, guaranteed early jungle prowess there for Meteos. And then the late game from Sivir. Not only can they initiate with a Pantheon Skyfall, but they can follow it up with a whole team stampeding towards you with On the Hunt.
Yep.
That is some mean long-range chase and engage for Cloud9 towards the mid-game.
Let's see what they fill in the Stampede with, though. Who's going to follow that one up? Dignitas to make their choices. They now know what the bottom lane, at least half the bottom lane is they're going to fight against. We've seen Lucian and Caitlyn and Draven be 3 of the big champions picked against Sivir. Draven try to beat up the lane phases. It's a champion KiWiKiD is known for, but
also
playing a lot of Lucian.
Sneaky has also won with Draven.
Yeah.
Both Draven players. So Gragas, though, I mean, could easily be that jungle Kazakhs. Gragas, obviously, Scarra is going to want the highest priority on that pick if their team does get it. But as you say, man, flex pick right there. They have 2 flex picks.
Man, where are they going to go? Even Kuja plays support Gragas. French player, was on AAA in the Season 1 World Championships.
Just name dropping now.
Name dropping.
That's good history, though.
That is good history. I cast him about a month ago.
What about the Suche?
Forgot about him yesterday.
Not only did he play AP Gragas and make it important, but he also cosplayed it.
Yes, he did. With a big water jug.
Yeah, and he would also knock his own teammate on the floor with his body slams in real life. Yeah. So, still looking forward to seeing Scarra pull that one out, the real life body slams. Maybe for their celebration if they're able to take out Cloud9.
That'd be awesome. I would love to see that. All right, we're going to actually remake Champ Select real quick. We're going to get back into that one in a bit here. So, coming into this game, honestly, the Pantheon I guess I didn't expect right away. I like the adaptation, though, for the Elise ban. I think C9 saw that coming and switched their choices.
My current favorite jungler. You know why? Easy to use.
Easy to use.
I told you, I got bad mechanics now because I'm old. All you have to do, point click on the bad guys, Pantheon.
And the R's not even that reactive. It's just are they going to be there in 8 seconds?
It does take some forethought, though.
Okay, so you're smart.
You think about it beforehand, and then once you get into the battle, all you have to do is click on the bad guy.
Okay. So you're smart, just not mechanically proficient, and this is the Kobe way of playing. This is why you're a caster, of course. You can just talk about the game. You don't have to play it anymore. Just watch from above. Let them know what's going on.
We got halfway through Champion Select.
Yeah. 5 picks in.
Do they have to keep the same champions?
Pretty sure, yeah. You go the same way through. You're not fully done with Champ Select. You just kind of resume from where you were.
So they are going to keep that Gragas, because I think that's a really big key for Dignitas. Scarra's comfortable champion. He has his best performances on Gragas. I still feel like that, even though he plays a lot of other champions. You have to give him credit. You know, even Veigar, he pulls out a lot of interesting things. But to me, it just feels like he always has the best performances when he is on Gragas. So I think that's good for their team.
I mean, the fact that he pulled 2 Veigar bans, I want to say this week, actually. He's just got a fun champion pool that messes with people, and, it demands respect. We've seen support Veigar, we've seen mid Veigar, seen all kinds of fun stuff. And honestly, I'm always just a fan of the mids who pull out new stuff. And really, the mid lane champion pool this season has been, I feel like, the widest I've seen in a while. Most of the mid laners here are playing 9 to 11 champions.
We usually say deep, but wide can work too.
Yeah. I don't know. I went with because I don't know why I went with
It's okay. I told you it's fine.
Okay. suppose champions are like in a pool. You've got many lanes, and the pool can be deep. So I think that actually holds the metaphor quite nicely. Dignitas here, back into champ select, by the way. And the Kazakhs, I think it is most likely to go to the jungle. It's the most likely situation for these guys, honestly. And then they give the actual chance for... I think there's no guaranteed counter picks, actually, for Dignitas. They pick the Gragas early on. They have to pick their 5th champion before Cloud9 has to. C9 could counter pick both of them.
They can still move around that Kazakhs. Kazakhs could be top lane.
Maybe. I just feel like it's less likely. That doesn't seem like the Cruiser style.
Cruiser yeah. If Cruiser was going to play a carry top laner, Lee Sin. Everybody wants to see Cruiser's Lee Sin because that's what he really got famous on. But we have not been able to see that in LCS. No. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon.
Dig even banned it themselves. So Renekton Morgana comes through. 2 more off the checklist.
Definitely. Kobe. Oh, nice.
Doing a better job of this one. KiWiKiD on Annie as well. No surprise here. Not only his seems to be favorite support, but also I think the best pick against Morgana currently of the more favorite support so far.
Yeah, very effective. KiWiKiD, you know, aside from the early games when he first switched to support, he's been pretty good with his flash tippers. I'd say very good, actually, with them lately. He had a couple in the very beginning where he would whiff, but I think he was just getting used to it, you know, getting that range down. Now he's got it down pretty well. I really want to see him return to the roaming style, though, because he pulled that out a couple weeks ago. It was very effective. Hasn't quite been able to go back to it. Everybody's kind of losing their mind. It's late in the day now.
Yeah. Don't worry. We got more league action afterwards. Best of 3 in the Challenger Series. Coming up after this game.
Yes, indeed.
It's going to be Riven's Irene. It's going to be a fun one. Shyvana
Is it going to be LMQ? I think it is.
LMQ and Teammate.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Teammate kind of come out of nowhere. They're looking really good.
This is going to be a good one here, though.
Dignitas, a fair amount of red in their champions here. And the Kassadin. The Kassadin comes through for Hai.
Haha. Cloud9 not afraid to pick up Kassadin. His recent parole from jail.
Yeah. Ban jail.
Still strong. Hai is very confident on this champion, one of his favorites. Let's see if he can make it work with the new reduced damage in the late game.
Yeah. It's a big mid-game hit, especially.
Yeah.
His, by the time you're level 4 through 13, you're hitting a damage dip that keeps going down. We'll see if Crumbzz, I guess, Dignitas not afraid of Kassadin, but we'll see if Crumbzz can make them taste Dignitas' fear.
You know what the biggest surprise to me is? Cloud9 going for Kassadin means that this Meteos style that we've seen lately, where he's constantly invading the enemy jungle and taking away all these buffs early on, it's going to be hard for him to pull off. If you have a weak mid laner, so hard to do this counter jungling and stuff because, you know, as I was saying, the counter jungling is complete team activity. If your mid laner is not going to take part, that's a huge point main you can't make use of.
Yeah, you can try on the side with balls. We'll see how the duo lane goes. Now let's see, as this match begins, what you guys thought was for who's going to win. And according to LOEsports.com, 75% think that Cloud9 are going to take this one home. We'll see if that comes true. It's about the odds that Curse had in their last game. Or sorry, Coast had in their last game. It didn't go that way. So see where this one heads. Dignitas with
They're hoping
their
it doesn't
lineup
go
here.
that way.
Yeah, Dignitas hoping for the win on this one. Keeping themselves in 4th place. I believe they hold 4th even if they lose here. But certainly the more security, the better. Going into not only their last game of the day here, but also the last 3 weeks of the spring split regular season.
Let's jump into the rift. For those of you who could not see, Freak just did a little jump.
Yep. I take everything you say literally, Kobe.
Let's see here. I feel like in the 4.3 patch, this matchup, Renekton and Shyvana, that used to be classic and used to be sort of even, a little bit in Renekton's favor, now heavily in Renekton's favor, simply due to this Doran shield nerf. I think it hit Shyvana real hard because she relied on that pretty heavily. And with Renekton's always starting with the Doran's blade, it's not going to affect him at all. So I want to see how Cruiser deals with the Balls Renekton. Maybe Crumbzz is going to have to lend him some support.
10 gold. No, 5 gold.
10?
I believe Tier 1 is 5 gold for LemonNation. I got to check real quick.
I didn't get in the game this one. I was slow.
I did. 5 gold. Advantage Cloud9. They're already winning, guys. 1 minute in. 5 gold lead for C9. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And that's actually a pretty interesting point. Morgana and Annie both starting with that item. It's much easier for Morgana to make use of it. On cooldown, she can get all 3 ticks pretty easily as long as she learns Tormented Soil next. But Annie actually has to thread in her auto attacks, has to constantly be throwing out her spells. She doesn't have any easy damage over time ticks that are going to let that one go through.
Did you know it works with Bolt and Shield?
Yeah, but she's not going to be in melee range, man.
It works on ranged attackers.
Okay.
As long as you're getting attacked by enemy champions, press E, acquire 15 gold. It's not necessarily worth it, but it will give you gold. LemonNation waiting in the brush. Early binding. Ah, hits KiWiKiD.
Gold!
Man, huge lead so far for Cloud9. The ricochet coming through, sneaky.
Oh, he just got all of them. I think KiWiKiD just got, oh no, it was only 2.
Yeah. Going for stuff. Meteos finishes his blue buff, gets level 2 on this one. Crumbzz a little bit ahead here on Kha'Zix. KiWiKiD taking even more poke there. Sneaky getting attacked back though. Lemon. Another Q auto. Honestly, Kiwi's doing a pretty good job of getting his stacks down.
Yeah, he is, actually. He's, as we said, it's one of his favorite champs now. He's very, very accustomed to getting those auto attacks in after every spell cast or before the spell cast. He's threading them in nicely. Both junglers actually going with the same level 3 route on second buff completion. They've picked up the wolf. Or actually, Meteos skipped it. Meteos rushed for his. So it's going to be level 3 Crumbzz with double buff.
Oh, the flash engage on a sneaky. The binding lands on a QtPie. Will it be sneaky alive? No, it won't. KiWiKiD picks up the kill. QtPie still has barrier. LemonNation walking as he auto attacks down, flashes away. Will survive with 100 health, but great early lane to Dignitas.
Level 2 for both teams, but man, do Dignitas get off to an explosive start. KiWiKiD, as we said, favorite champion. Bing bang, gets the first blood.
Making good stuff happen, and he said as long as they got the early lead, they get to hold down Cloud9's rotations and keep ahead of this game. Jungler's going to meet Crumbzz versus Meteos. Meteos going to run away from this one.
He's isolated right now. You don't want to mess around with Kha'Zix, especially when there's a bush nearby. If he can get 2 of those passive attacks off, then it's, even Pantheon will go down.
Well, let's see what happens here. Meteos on the back foot there. Crumbzz going to claim some of the jungle here and go for the big golem there. KiWiKiD again, the harassment. Binding's going to land a lot of damage to KiWiKiD. Got 5 gold from his E.
The wave is pushed though. They can go back to base right now. That was not very detrimental to the laning phase for Dig. All that means is he has to walk all the way back to his turret now to recall. And he'll easily fill back up on HP. Talked about how Crumbzz was going to have to turn this matchup here around, and it looks like he's making his move here first. Balls does sense it.
He goes, gets a slow, gets a couple of slows down.
Through him.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, flash as well, wow.
I'm not sure if he needed to, but given Crumbzz the respect that he tried to take right there, so flash gone for balls. That's going to allow Cruiser to completely catch up in minion kills here. 21 to 23, not a bad score.
That's right. Cruiser really needed that too. He's very happy about that gank. Oh, he's going to get... I think he needs to shove this wave, though, because it's already going to be pushing against balls. Yeah, there we go. He switches it up. Going to try and shove it down as quickly as possible to go purchase. He doesn't want Renekton to come back with a bigger item advantage.
It's worth pointing out, Shyvana's starting to max her E, the Flame Breath there. I know it's really important for the really hard matchups where you can't always last hit, but FYI, Cruiser maxes E, Shyvana versus Renekton. Keep that in mind, guys. Little friendly PSA. Uh oh, KiWiKid's gonna find Meteos.
Found him.
A lot of damage. Meteos, flashes the wall.
KiWiKiD, he's going back to his roaming ways.
Yeah.
We requested it in Champion Select. He delivers, gets his team the first blood, gets the flash out of the jungler. That's even bigger than it normally would with regular junglers. Pantheon's flash ganks are terrifying.
Wow, damage in from Scarra. Hai, 200 health. One barrel or body slam, and that's going to be a kill with Ignite.
Yeah, Scarra, you can tell he really wants to bully out Hai. He can zone him away from this minion line, able to make Hai miss out on that many more.
Low on health still. Does have flask charges still, though, so Hai has some regen still to go for himself. Did recall once already. Doran's Ring and Flask versus double Doran's Ring for Scarra. Both these mid laners actually have backed once already.
And you saw the pings go down, so Hai is communicating to Meteos that that side is warded. Then Meteos immediately walks through the ward that Scarra just placed.
But he will spot the pink ward here.
Comes to kill it.
Yeah, 100 gold down the drain, 30 given away to Meteos.
Crumbzz, he wants to take advantage. Meteos is isolated, but Scarra does not have control of his lane, so it would be a 2 versus 1 there.
KiWiKiD going in elimination. The Black Shield not going to help much. Dark binding onto KiWiKiD. The Tormented Soil down as well. Ignite also. Sneaky Kitty chased down for much. 80 health on KiWiKiD. It's going to be the disengage, but LemonNation getting low as well. In the back of the trade, there's a knock-in onto Hai. The Rift Walk trying to get away. Now here comes the damage again. It's going to be a kill picked up. LemonNation misses the Q, and KiWiKiD fires back. Both 80 carries killing the supports.
Both supports down. Hai actually still alive from that mid lane engage on Scarra ulting him into turret. KiWiKiD able to duck away from the boomerang blade. Following
told him to.
Sivers' instructions.
Oh, he's got a double shot!
No crit.
He's got flash.
Yeah, but
Watch out for the ricochet. All right.
Oh, but the minions.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
Chill out, man.
All right, we're good. Sneaky had a mana potion, didn't chug it. Didn't want to go for another Q there. Check the replay of this mid lane fight.
So this is the entire fight here. KiWiKiD, by the way, was getting a lot of odd attacks on LemonNation, while all the damage here from C9 was focused on the AD carry. The turnaround here, even though they get the stun, can't burst down Sneaky, but as we saw, the supports go down. Now, in the duo lane, you always previously wanted to focus the AD carry no matter what, because all the supports were starting with Doran's shield, since it was so strong. And any focus that you put onto the support would be reduced by that Doran shield passive. Now you actually have the option of going on the support. It's much more viable than it used to be.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best idea, but it's much better idea now that supports aren't all starting Dorans.
Yeah, and they have a lot of combat threat too. You get 10 bonus damage per attack, as long as you have a charge from the
A lot of the times in the early engages, the supports will do just as much, if not more, damage than the ADs.
Yeah. Actually, with Frostwing now, it's going to be 40 damage total per trade. 45 damage total per trade. 15 per stack. So, some threat there. Keep that in mind. KiWiKiD. Brutalizer rush for KiWiKiD. That's interesting. Brutalizer versus Pickaxe and a Vamp Scepter.
People keep criticizing him for this Ghost Blade that he does on Lucian. But
I like it.
I'm a fan now. Just because I'm a fan of KiWiKiD. And I trust in him. Now, it's all about that active for the culling too. More impressive cullings. Everybody wants that. That's not going to be happening until late game, though. Look at this teleport from Hai. He's post level 6.
To the bottom lane. Silence on the
And
KiWiKiD. The
the
slow onto 2.
Pantheon gang.
Pantheon shows binding lands as well. Hai picks up the kill on a KiWiKiD. Pantheon a little late to the party.
They're going to shove this lane in too.
Fashionably
Now,
late Meteos.
what are they going to do with that mid lane? Do they actually go for dragon, or do they go for these minions that Scarra stacked up? Because it's an early dragon.
Yeah, well, Crumbzz
They are
and KiWiKiD
going for
are
it.
around. Scarra can come down as well. It's a 4v3 for Dragon.
It's still dangerous for them. Even though they took somebody out, early dragon does a lot of damage. Oh, Scarra gets slowed. They still have dragon leashed, and LemonNation takes half his life.
Uh-oh, he's got to be careful. Ulti comes across. Oh, nice
They
flash
caught
away.
Crumbzz with the binding, too.
Got queued. Good play, but here comes Scarra.
Wow.
4 damage through Hai and Meteos, both very, very low. KiWiKiD on
Scarra
the
wants
chase.
to chase.
Gets the E,
Another
sneaky
binding.
low.
Oh my god,
Pass
Lemon.
the flash to the Q. Hai with the slow to get him out there. Man.
Wow. The plays from Lemon on that disengage were amazing. That's pretty much the reason that Cloud9 were able to escape without a death there, have to say.
Mid lane now heavily under fire by Dignitas. He pushes down. Crumbzz should be okay in this trade. Yeah, kills the Wraiths. He's all right.
Yeah, so those early dragon calls, really don't like those, especially when there's a minion wave that you could go get mid. That's a cannon minion wave. And it's a good job there by Dignitas. They scare them off the dragon. Don't let them convert that gank that costs them a teleport and costs them a Pantheon ult. They don't let them convert it into the objective. So the gold does not swing very heavily. And Dignitas still retain their lead while also taking off the threat of those 2 globals from Cloud9.
Impressive stuff here for Dignitas, holding themselves into a good spot. 300 gold separating these teams. KiWiKiD and KiWiKiD both. 1 kill, 1 assist. LemonNation sweeping away a ward. They're going to go back to a slightly calmer laning phase. The top lane, honestly, very well salvaged. Cruiser up minion kills, actually, against Balls' Renekton. That's a tall order. Balls is a great Renekton player.
And it only really took that 1 gank, too, to take away a lot of Ball's early lead that he had accrued so far.
Crumbzz, ooh, they sweep. They know there's no wards there. don't think they know Crumbzz lurking in this brush.
Pantheon ulti already up once again here. Meteos looking for another gank down bottom, but there's nothing left to farm in the jungle either. So he backs off, and Scarra finds himself some more candy.
And some wine. He's happy. And now they look for the dragon. Honestly, there's no vision coverage here. Dignitas is going for it off a bottom lane push.
Yep. Crumbzz with the Spirit Stone, so he's got a lot of sustain on the single target there. Great dragon
damage.
control here.
Well done. They've Dignitas taking it just off a lane push.
Again, it has to do with the mid picks. The jungle objectives that you're able to get around that mid lane. Since Scarra is on Gragas, and he's doing a good job. He's bullying high. They're able to make a move towards Dragon, get some extra global gold. Meteos does take that opportunity, though. This is a top side.
Takes a wolf, going to go for the white, maybe.
He doesn't have smite up, but he's still
like
going
that ward.
for it. Wow, that ward, I do like the ward from Meteos.
He puts it down without minions around, so then no one can see it go down as well to check his position. Cruzer's at half HP, has flash. Mandrop's going to come in from nearby. Which way will Cruzerth go? He's going to get locked up near his turret. The flash comes in as well. They're going to keep chasing the flash, the stun, the damage comes through. Balls finds it.
What about
Great
bottom,
chase.
though? Bottom side, Crumbzz trying to counter gank here. Or not counter gank, but answer with a gank.
LemonNation has ulti. Crumbzz has already popped his own. Scarra's nearby. Lemon going to go with the Timbers going down. Scarra picks up the kill.
They do answer, and instead of a turret, they're actually going to try and take away this blue buff. Meteos, his smite not going to be in the area, so should be a successful blue buff steal.
Looks like Crumbzz picks that one up. They can give their own to Scarra. I believe they might have already done that. He's going to take the white down as well. So both junglers.
Their blue's still up.
Oh, okay.
Could be answered here.
I didn't see the marker.
Yeah.
My bad.
Meteos is already walking towards it, so the blue buff steal not going to turn out. Instead, it's going to be traded towers, traded blue buffs. Pretty even exchange in the mid game here. Traded kills, however, one was a support, while the other was top laner. Pretty decent exchange so far.
Looks like 1,000 gold separating these guys now. The dragon being a large part of that one. Cruzer has his Sunfire cape. He's doing still pretty nicely. The one gank, we'll see if it turns things around even better for balls. That kill lead gives him the Spectre's Cowl and a Tiamat. So pretty scary Renekton. Bottom lane. LemonNation still looking for an opening. Can't quite find one.
Now, the reduced damage of Sunfire early game already means that it'll be doing less Renekton. And then magic resist on top of that for balls. Both reduces the Sunfire cape damage and a lot of Shyvana's burn out magic. So balls, pretty good defensive item purchase along with his Tiamat instead of trying to rush for the Hydra.
Yeah, I like that choice, honestly. Crumbzz starting his red buff here. Hai is wearing a blue buff on himself. That's a little bit of a deny to Scarra there, who never got a blue buff here, but does have Chalice. Might be enough to keep him in lane. Honestly, with the W, he should be all right.
He's drunk, so doesn't need any.
Just chill. He's gonna be fine just with the Chalice, man. So, Crumbzz, Lizard Elder is done. Same for Pantheon here. Meteos playing that champion. Sneaky and LemonNation just killing away the white camp. These guys are kind of finding ways to grab gold wherever they can. They're not playing that aggressively without the globals being available.
Now, the thing is, because they exchanged top turret for bottom turret, you know, yes, Cloud9 may not have that turret for the next dragon, but if this bottom lane pushes up, Cloud9 have two globals once again, the teleport and the Pantheon ult, that they can focus towards bottom lane. And if QDPie and KiWiKiD get too far up, then they can easily be caught out by Cloud9 and chased down.
We'll see what they can find here. 1,000 gold. Dignitas
Balls has a ward. He didn't see him.
Ooh, Kha'Zix's waiting in the wings. Meteos and LemonNation around. Maybe he's baiting this one out. There comes the fight in on towards Balls. There's the ban drop. Balls. Ulti is pop, taking a fair bit of damage, and away goes Dignitas. Trading ultis for the run.
They can both jump there. Able to get away.
I looked for a flank.
That's one of the
damage.
globals down, too. So
yeah,
it's only going to be Hai's teleport now that they have to worry about.
And Sneaky is farming away in the bottom lane here. Again, an AD-centric build here for QDPie Brutalizer. He hasn't added many items to that yet, although I figure Bloodthirster likely up next. He hasn't gone back for a while. 2,100 gold.
Oh, they flash in!
They're going to look for balls. 300 health left on him. Crumbzz, the Q. One more hit. Gets it. Crumbzz with a solo kill in the top lane. Scarra, though, chasing down onto Hai. Will he go down? Finds the kill onto Kassadin. Cloud9 trying to recover from this 5-3 on the scoreboard. KiWiKiD In a bit of a trade. Scarra. Ooh, the double Q lands. Where's he going to go?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
The flash Q!
Oh, execute? Nope.
Not quite.
So it's 10 seconds. Now you have to wait for no damage being dealt to you.
Is it 10 or 15?
Is it 15?
I think it's 15. Doesn't matter too much. The mid lane, though, under control. Scarra lost a lot of time here, and Cloud9 rotated to mid. 5-4 in kills, but C9 find the way to get the mid turret down. Going to equalize the turret score 2-2.
15 seconds is so long. Man.
Pretty long.
It is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, well, Sneaky did burn his flash to try and get in range because he thought it was earlier as well. But Scarra went down. They got the kill credit still. Kassadin actually has pretty good CS numbers at this point, and he's sitting on the Rod of Ages. So Hai will be powering up, but C9 working with a CS or gold deficit.
Yeah.
They're not quite as used to that as some other teams, and they do need to make some moves with that teleport, I think, early.
Yeah, well, they tried one. They got a single kill for it, and then a failed dragon attempt. But as you talk about Hai, it's interesting because we saw tier into Archangels for Shifter's Kassadin, and that tended to be the slightly more common build. But the Rod of Ages rush, not as likely. That's what Hai's gone for
Second
here.
dragon, though, they can start this one out. We saw him burn it down really quickly before, but Cloud9 have gotten into position.
Dark Binding doesn't quite land. Dignitas, though, having to start fighting for this one anyway. Good chunk of damage gone through.
Cloud9 will fight this if Dig continue to tank the dragon. The only question is, will Scarra's ulti be enough to knock them back?
Gonna try again. Dragon down about half HP. They're trying rather quickly to take this one down. Cloud9, they wait for the man drop. They're gonna go in for this battle. The Dragon's ulti not gonna stop the Pantheon. The jump in. Got it! Meteos takes the dragon, goes in. KiWiKiD gonna fall 2 for 1. Sorry, 1 for 1 battle. LemonNation finds the stun on the nobody. The flash is keeping everybody alive. 2 kills here.
Oh my goodness.
Sivir, Crumbzz not in a good spot. Hai knows gonna be sneaky with a triple kill. Kills coming in for everybody around. 4-2 battle plus dragon for Cloud9.
Cloud9 just wreck house around that dragon. It's a smite that comes in from Meteos. He actually smites it before he lands. There's a half second there before Pantheon actually shows up on the ground. That's why you can spam W as you're falling as well with Pantheon. And your enemies can also set up like traps where you're going to land and land snares on you beforehand. But man, Meteos, great job smiting that one. Stealing it from Crumbzz, and Dignitas, tough break for them. Does get turned around on them. For the early dragon and the early kills.
And Balls even gets the bottom lane turret, so a lot going C9's way. 1,700 gold lead for these guys. 3 turrets, equalized dragons, and now their first kill lead of the game, I believe. Looking a lot better for these guys now. Looking to keep their super week going well. I don't believe C9's lost yet all week, so these guys rivaling TSM for the perfect records here. Sweeping away the minions. Kassadin doing a lot better this time around. He's escaped the early game. 5-1-2 on Sneaky as Sivir. Said he'd be carrying the team. Looks like he's going to be doing that right here.
He's went for a really early power spike too. Bloodthirster and Last Whisper. He can obliterate creep waves, and he can melt the tanks as well here. Even though Shyvana only with the few. It's like it's all armor defensive items, but still he's got penetration already. So even though she's rushed all armor defense, he's equipped to deal with it fairly early on.
We'll see if the attack speed's low. Proves to be too much for him, but the abilities, of course, attack speed doesn't mean too much for these ones. Ward goes down in time. 30 gold for Meteos. 3 sweepers very early for Cloud9. They're going to start turning on the map pressure. Ward's down in a lot of these brushes. Sweeping away what they can. Scarra forced to run away. Cloud9 starting to turn the screws just a little bit. See where they end up going. Cooldown boots done for LemonNation. We've been seeing these items a lot, actually. We've been kind of counting. We've seen probably like 5 or 6 cooldown boot pickups for supports.
Yeah, it's the same idea of the Morgana supports running cooldown reduction runes for blue instead of magic resistance. Trying to get as many of those dark bindings off as possible.
Now where do they look? C9 all grouped on the bottom side of the map. They don't think Baron's really an option. And this early, I don't really think so either. Hai sweeps away the minions constantly. The team all down here for an early push. Dignitas pinging towards the mid lane. They're going to actually try to race this one just a little bit. C9 are a bit farther ahead.
This is an outer turret for a secondary turret is going to be the first change. If they just keep on this path, it's definitely going to be in Cloud9's favor. You know, they have that Sivir with the Bloodthirster and Last Whisper, whereas KiWiKiD, sitting on that Avarice Blade that he wants to turn into Ghost Blade, does not help him take down these turrets. And Dignitas have to make a partial recall here.
Well, Dignitas going to have 3 guys defending KiWiKiD, going to make this 2 turrets to 1, and this little small siege can C9 take
Hai
more.
has teleport. Even though Hai went back, he's got teleport. He comes back in on the cannon minion, making it immune to damage.
And they're going to go in. The Mandra come by as well. Do they kill the turret first? Yes, they do, and here comes the battle. It's going to be the recall, the sort of the backup from Dignitas. KiWiKiD still pushing, by the way, so C9 look to make the most of this one. The slow down onto Crumbzz. They don't really want to stop right now. Inhibitor under fire. It is a 5 versus 4. Bind onto Scarra. C9 still pushing. Sneaky.
No
really get stopped
on the
down.
hunt available.
Good damage on a Crumbzz, though. I gotta say, Hai putting the damage out with Kassadin.
He's zoning very well.
Oh, the spell shield gonna keep these guys in a decent shape. The flag should come by as well. Dignitas getting pushed back farther and farther. It's gonna be the inhibitor going down.
2-minute inhibitor
Wow.
for Cloud9.
Good pickup.
Dignitas try and exchange mid-outer turret for a bottom secondary and end up losing the inhibitor there because of the teleport advantage for Hai. Able to teleport in on that cannon minion. Huge for Cloud9.
Very well played by these guys. 1,400 gold league. Keep that in mind. The gold still close for these two teams, and almost all of that does rest on Sneaky right here. He's finally getting some attack speed into his build. The Zerk Greaves and the extra dagger there. Going for his Zeal item next. Cruzer still on the split push patrol. 190 minions on him. The most farm on his team, practically in the game as well, is on Cruzer. He's been splitting for a while. 7,500 gold. Pretty equal distribution across the Dignitas team, but as you can see down there, Balls and Sneaky, the richest men on their team.
Now, this early inhibitor is great for Cloud9 and all, but it means that lane will constantly be pushing. Okay, that should be a good thing. However, if they don't take something elsewhere on the map, then really what that will do is feed more gold into Dignitas if somebody's down there farming it. So Cloud9 need to take advantage of that bottom pressure. Get a blue buff steal, get some Baron vision, do something else on the other side of the map so that Dignitas don't just get to farm up an extra lane.
See what these guys can do. Another ward. C9 likes that ward. The ward over the white wall, making sure no one's there ready to counter gank. It's a nice choice. Didn't see it happen. Complete darkness there. Poor body language there by C9 though. Double wards in the same spot.
Poor manners there from Scarra. Kirpin, oh, he gets caught!
Oh my gosh, so caught right there, and here comes the engaged Cruzer though. A giant Tibbers comes down though. The fight has begun. CC on both sides. C9 jumping in Sneaky. Dominating now, finding another kill into the back line. KiWiKiD taking damage, but here comes Crumbzz. He finds one. Can he get more? Goes for Sneaky. The flash away. Meteos low in the back lines, but he's still trying to keep people down. KiWiKiD on the side now, also taking a whole bunch of pain. Lightslinger not going to do enough. Looks like 3-4-2. This battle going to C9.
Scarra starting that one off, eating the Dark Binding because vision advantage for Cloud9. Instead, they need to get something on the side of the map. Vision around Baron. They draw Dignitas in to a fight they don't want.
Wow,
one up mid.
Nexus turret already died right there. Dignitas not going to be able to defend the mid lane now as well, so 2 turrets picked up off the back of that team fight, and the revives are now coming for Kassadin and Pantheon. Are Dig stuck in their base? What can C9 grab?
Those side inhibitors being down, that'll get you every time. All right, so this is the vision. They have nothing here. Pantheon engage. What a binding from LemonNation there. And then, here we go. Hai blinks in to finish off Scarra. So that's the kill, but now he's just got to scramble to get his way out. He dies, but Crumbzz does take some damage hopping in, and then Sneaky flashing the second jump from Crumbzz. They're able to turn around the damage on him and get the kill. Pretty close fight, actually, even though Cloud9 started with a really big vision advantage. And a binding.
Exactly. Meteos managed to like slink out with very low health
Yeah.
and still contribute a bit of damage until going down to KiWiKiD. He traded his life with him anyway, so that went all right. Dignitas actually have the time to sweep away pink wards around the Baron. Cruzer just killing off some minions at the bottom, of course. The inhibitor death did get rid of a turret, so that was already a great trade. He's just going to farm for now, though.
Hai is working on his Zanyas too, so next time he hops in there to execute somebody, he's going to be able to wait out his cooldowns. Very annoying once Kassadin does get that item for all teams. Very slippery. And
Full
again,
tank Cruzer.
yeah.
Full damage Crumbzz. I like the split. Last Whisper and Brutalizer there on top of the Lizard Elder. Scarra actually a pretty slow start to this game. Athene's and Imaqtpie. He's low damage so far.
Sound has been turned off so that nobody knows the Baron has started.
There's a Sivir ulti. Sneaky.
Oh, on the
Push
hunt.
the team in. There's the Black Shield on as well. Do they find Crumbzz? Yes, they do. Godlike there. LemonNation trying to get away. Sneaky, though, drops to KiWiKiD. Damage coming through huge for KiWiKiD.
man.
Double kill right there. Dignitas Scarra, though, not in a good spot. Will he go down? Yes, and KiWiKiD not in a good spot either. KiWiKiD, though, putting the damage on the back line. He is safe. The smite down.
Kassadin's coming in the back. KiWiKid's got to watch his back.
KiWiKid's gonna go down. Kassadin right off the screen, trying to run away from this one, taking a huge damage though. Rift Walk down to 200 health. The Flame Breath. Oh, not enough damage though.
I thought Hai was going to blink into the wolf pit and die to wolves right there, but he did not.
It's a good choice. Didn't
Close
go to the
one.
wolves. Dignitas though.
Yeah, he's
Oof,
learned his
man.
lesson around those wolf camps. Does not want to mess. All right, so on the hunt, 4 members of Cloud9 going in while Meteos backs off the jump. His jump a little bit late. Not going to damage anybody, but man, that shot there from QD, just the tip of the star, able to get it. And Balls able to execute Scarra just in time. And as we said, Hai was coming in from the back the whole time. KiWiKiD gets annihilated.
Just didn't do quite enough to keep him. KiWiKiD couldn't quite chase down Hai. Ran out of mana, couldn't cast any more spells. Culling already used.
That kill gave him the Zanya's completion too.
That's big.
So yeah, going to be real hard for them to keep track of him.
Starting on Void Staff next, I believe.
Teleport up as well.
Here we go. Hai, the split push on the side lane has teleport. We haven't seen TP mid lane in a long time, actually. It's been a while since we've seen these guys, at least in North America.
Yeah.
Pretty rare, but I like it. I like the choice. Ball's happy just to keep splitting on his own side of the map. Or join the team when he sees fit. Whatever. 221 minions on him. Highest score on his team. Pretty tanky build there as well. Randuin's plus a Sunfire cape. Not really that worried about Scarra. But a death cap coming soon for the Gragas, so that'll be a big spike that they're going to look for.
They've got an
Next
exposed
gold.
inhibitor with a split pushing Kassadin to deal with, and no vision on Baron. So this is the time for Crumbzz to shine with the shot calling.
All right, they go in towards
Pantheon
Balls.
ult and teleport.
Let's see what they can do with this one. Crumbzz running away on the side. There's the jump in from Cruzer. Trying to get away from this one. Slows on the Balls. They're still chasing. Scarra's off on the side as well. KiWiKiD pushed the team away. There's the culling with Ghostblade. Some good early damage. Balls and Cruzer both losing a lot of health there. Meteos.
Hey, they got both globals. That was a great move from Dig. They were able to get away from on the hunt.
Oh, the knock-ins! Oh, they nearly got Hai. They
He
nearly
got
got
him!
Balls. The chase going through. Zonya's popped by Hai. He will survive. Black Shield in there as well. Just survives.
Well played by Dig. Yeah, big
Yeah.
cooldowns out, and they're able to escape even on the hunt. Now, what can they do, though? They need to get vision down while they have control of the map. I mean, look at all those pink wards by Baron. If they just walk over by Baron, they can kill some of them. But
See what they can do.
they make their venture into the blue side jungle.
Let's see if they're controlling a bit of Dragon instead. It's up in a minute and a half.
Yeah, Crumbzz trying to see if that blue is up. Was not.
Nope. Was down. The opposite of
Okay,
up. It's the opposite of up. I'm just saying.
good one.
Yeah. I got the knowledge. LemonNation with the upgraded sweeper does kill an extra ward though. 30 gold for him. Making up for the investment. He is going towards Zonya's on this Morgana here as well. So pretty soon he can play a bit more aggressively with his Soul Shackles and still get them off. Stetson, of course, already done. 3 sweepers now for C9. 3 sweepers for Dignitas. So both these guys really good at killing off wards. Crumbzz, his blue buff's up. Likely to be given to Scarra here. Scarra death cap completed. That is important. Home guard done on one of them. Distortion here for
Do
KiWiKiD.
Cloud9 know they have this positional advantage? Because the inhibitor's exposed, and Dig are splitting up. They also are the ones who have a Talisman active here for Cloud9, whereas Dig do not. They only have the mobility boots there for KiWiKiD to catch.
The damage begins there. 2 minions left, but Cloud9 doesn't care too much about that one. Down to half HP. The inhib almost gets into the
KiWiKiD
flash.
flash!
They find 2. Hai, Zonya's LemonNation gonna go down right away. 1 for 0. Cruise in the back line. Hai running away. Balls doing the same. The sneaky ulti keeping the team in a decent shape. Scarra still in the chase. Q won't land. Q comes down from Sneaky.
So
Oh,
KiWiKiD, those mobility boots do pay off. He has to burn the flash though, and they only got 1 kill, which was a support kill. Can they take a Dragon? Can they take a Baron? They need to get something to get back in this game. With 2 members of Cloud9 down Dragon, all of Dig working towards Baron. Such a risky call for them. But they're in a bad position and they got to make risky plays.
All right, they're on top of wards. Morgana is going to revive and has both
They're burning
guards.
it down. Cloud9 not even coming to contest.
1/3 HP, C9 still running away.
They're too
Timbers
late.
as a ward. There comes the man drop. Baron goes
Too
down.
late.
Can they win this fight? 4 versus 5. Meteos might be overextended. He goes down right away. Crumbzz, can he find any more? Jumps in, looks for Hai. The flash, the slow. Can he take
One
him
more
down? The
Q.
silence comes through. Jumps away. Ignite is on and Hai goes down. LemonNation not in range for the Meteos heal. Won't get him alive.
Again, Dignitas with these bold Baron calls. Time and time again. I'm pretty sure it's still Crumbzz making them too. He has shown up huge in all these close games. And they get the Baron this time. This is a huge step towards the comeback. Dignitas extremely happy with that one.
Absolutely. So now 14-14, 5 versus 3 on the map, and a slight gold deficit, but they're going to be taking some turrets down with this one. Going in for the mid lane, Cruiser leading the charge. Dark Binding comes through, not going to land. But Dignitas going to keep moving forward. Mid inhibitor now under siege. Meteos is alive, but it's 5 versus 4. Again with the Baron buff. Mid inhib falls. Binding misses again. Ball's not going to find much. Dignitas getting their way back into this one. Only down 1,000 gold. They've got 3 minutes of a Baron buff left.
All right, so they actually want more gold out of this Baron buff. And the rotation top is interesting. They have everything available here except for that flash from KiWiKiD. So I really want to know what Cloud9 are going to do. I'm pretty sure it will just be a hold because Meteos doesn't have his ulti available. Maybe when that Grand Skyfall comes up, they go for the counter initiate. Baron buff though, sitting on Dig, hard to deal with. They don't even want to go for it. Hai's going bottom as well. They give up the outer.
Let's see what we get with this one. Wait.
Sneaky's doing his best to clear these waves. Sivir's really good defensive siege.
Yeah. Extra BF sword, the Phantom Dancer done as well. Binding
And
goes into Crumbzz, not going to do much. Dignitas going to pick up another turret here. 6 to 7 now in turrets. Both teams nearly out of tier 2 turrets. Both teams have lost inhibitor turrets as well.
Yeah.
Watch that engage again.
Well, it was the too late coming into Baron, and then once you jump in with Pantheon, there's no jumping out. Hai as well. Okay, so it's Scarra who comes in to get the Ignite as well. He flashes for that one, I believe, yeah. And then there's no escape for Hai.
Down the Kassadin goes. 2, 3, and 7. Not an immaculate performance, though. Still decent, honestly. 14 to 14. This game very close. If Dig doesn't find anything more from this Baron buff, it's still going to be the gold lead for C9 at the end of it all. There's a minute and a half left on Baron here. Sneaky, the one donated the farm. He's still going to keep scaling up. 7, 2, and 5. Infinity Edge, the next item for him. Infinity Edge is the next for Imaqtpie as well. Both these AD carries racing toward their 4th item.
Yeah. A lot of
Void
this
staff
will
soon.
depend on the engage. If KiWiKiD can get another good stun, Dignitas can easily have a repeat performance here. On the same token, Scarra can set him up for one of those stuns. If Scarra ults single person forward, they don't even care if it's not an AoE stun. If they take someone off the field that quickly, it'll also be a win for Dignitas.
Yes, it will. So here we go. 1,400 gold. C9 defending the turret. 40 seconds on Baron. Dignitas pushing in. This could be their turret. C9 not looking that interested in fully defending. They try to kill the minions off, but Dignitas also pensive.
Scarra leaves his barrel there for as long as possible to zone C9 from the minion wave, and they get a lot more turret damage down. With Hai farming mid, I don't think they want to even defend this one anymore.
Another turret. 7 to 7. Remember
Dignitas right back in this.
Absolutely there. 500 gold, all that separates these two. Baron timing out right about now. They won't have another wave with Baron buff. It'll time during this fight. Pushing in the flash.
KiWiKiD
comes in.
flash!
KiWiKiD looking for it onto Hai. Hai in early Zonia. Sneaky pops the ulti as well. Can they find anything? Gragas barrel knocking it back. There comes man drop. They will find this battle. Falls low on health. Jumps back out of this one. Cruiser finds the first kill. 5 versus 4 in the map. Dignitas still alive.
Hai was out of the fight because the KiWiKiD flash didn't initiate, and then Scarra followed it up after he came out of Zanya's, got Gragas ultied, so Hai could not follow up.
But Hai wants to go in. They find
Now
the
he
flash
wants
stun.
to.
Scarra gets out with the Meteos Crucible. Cruiser finds another to jump in. Imaqtpie is so low. Hai trying to get out of this one. Low health bars on Dig. Can C9 re-engage? Looks like not. 2 kills now.
Still, nobody on Dignitas going down, and they get another kill here, taking out Meteos.
That was huge. Dignitas are fine with this one. Couple more turrets and 2 more kills. Dignitas now hold on to one of their first gold leads in a while. 300 gold puts them up. Inhibitors gonna respawn soon, so C9 can get back to a safe spot. There's the mid lane. There's Sneaky still getting some gold. This game.
It's the decisive plays from KiWiKiD, really.
Yeah.
Turning this thing around. And the decisive calls from Crumbzz. Those 2 guys. I guess the rest, you have to give credit to the whole team, but man, it seems like they've turned a new page here.
I mean, 4-1-5 from Cruzer is an amazingly good score.
Especially going up against Renekton in lane. It only took 1 gank. That's all Cruzer needed.
Yep.
To not get demolished by that matchup.
So where do we go from here? Ball's looking towards a Guardian Angel plus Visage or Banshees for his last couple of items here. Cruzer only has 1 slot left to replace. He's got a Thornmail on top of it, so Cruzer not going to take much damage from Sneaky here, who's just finished his Infinity Edge. Same for Imaqtpie. The AD carries have powered up since last time, so keep that in mind. These are scary beasts now into the late game. 4 item AD carries are scary dudes. Dragon is going to go to C9, so more gold back to this side. C9 honestly in the game because of Dragons largely.
We have talked about the Ghostblade before with QTPie, but if people didn't see that game, the active for it, the 50% attack speed, really boosts the amount of shots you get off with the culling. So that's why QTPie's cullings are a bit more impactful than usual.
Dignitas looking to control the Dragon. Nope, the Baron area. 40 seconds until it spawns. 800 gold separates the teams. Dignitas look to be the one in control, even with a small gold deficit.
I think this Thornmail here, purchased from Cruzer, is really going to turn the tides. Sneaky is even going to have a hard time dealing with this Shyvana now.
KiWiKiD shows
he
does not have flash.
Yeah, but he does have mobility boots.
What's going to find? Jump in, balls, and LemonNation on one side. There's the engage going through. The man drop comes by as well. What are they going to find? Scarra explodes LemonNation. There's balls in the mid line. He's going to take a whole bunch of pain. Cruzer drops low. He goes and picks up the kill onto balls. 2 for 1. Crumbzz finds another, gets silenced, but Meteos not going to find anyone to kill off. This is not good. QTPie going to move in, look for the damage onto Meteos. He's trying to run. I don't think he can. Actually, Dig don't even care.
3 more kills. Dignitas going to take Baron. Cloud9 going to answer for the inhibitor. Is someone recalling for Dig here? They're making the call. Looks like Scarra and Cruzer.
Hai doing some pretty good damage, though. 3-man Baron. Meteos going to home guard back out of the base. Can Hai stay for this one? It's a bit risky. Puts the silence down. Now tries to jump away.
He's got it.
He's all right.
There's no Blade of the Ruin King on Cruzer. He's got full tank. That's why he can survive through these fights.
All right. Down goes Baron, though. 39-13 in. Both Barons go to Dignitas. They sit on a 3,000 gold lead. Meteos going to start at the blue buff for Hai as well. This Kassadin still able to make plays if he can. But the beginning of the team fights are just so good for Dig. They're putting out so much damage early on.
Yep.
So it just doesn't even matter.
And this time it wasn't KiWiKiD with initiation. It was Cruzer. Even though KiWiKiD trying to get over there, Cruzer just jumps right in. He's so beefy on this Shyvana right now. They can't deal with it. It's just way too much damage that they have to pour into him. And the time that it takes them to deal that, somebody's going down already.
And it's going to be the Thornmail for balls, so we'll see if someone else can get tanky enough to survive this. Sneaky starting to add in the death. 7, 3, and 5 now. Getting picked on a bit, going towards a Negatron Cloak. We'll see what he ends up buying with that one. But suddenly Sneaky's feeling the pressure here. Hai trying to add more damage. Doesn't seem to have enough just yet. Adds a blue elixir to help supplement that.
Ooh, Bush Camp. It's Cloud9 getting a little bit desperate.
Uh-oh, they know Crumbzz is there.
It's all of Dignitas, though. A bush gank is not going to work if you only have 4 members in the bush, and you're ganking 5 members. They definitely want to get out of there as quickly as possible. They call for the evacuation. Everybody backs up.
Ships passing in the night. Didn't even see C9 go for that one. They got away safely.
C9 saw them, though.
Yeah. So
it's
one of them was visible. It's a ship and a submarine passing in the night.
okay, there you go.
Or in the daylight, I guess.
Good adaptation.
Yeah. Made it work, guys.
Now they're shoving up the bottom, even though mid inhibitor is exposed. They might switch once they kill off these super minions. They might switch over to that mid and try and take the exposed inhibitor.
Let's see what they do. The recall's coming through. C9. Ball's off to the side. little by himself.
Yeah, he's trying to flank, trying to get in the back here. The all-in team fight, though, is pretty dang good for Dig, as we've seen. Pantheon!
The jump in.
On the
KiWiKiD down to half
KiWiKiD,
HP.
silence!
Hai jumps in quickly. Scarra very low. They find one. C9 looking good in this fight. Can they find another? Two
Oh my
kills picked
God,
up.
the
Will they
flank.
find more? Hai's going to get huge in this battle. Cruzer, the only man alive. He will go down as well. Gigantic battle for Cloud9.
That Skyfall hit everybody here. Balls flank around the back, and Hai's silence onto KiWiKiD and QtPie there. Everything came together in that fight for Cloud9. They decimate Dignitas. They've got, what is that, 40 seconds pretty much to deal with the entire map. They're shoving both lanes.
Hai goes for mid. The rest of the team down bottom. 3 men here waiting for minions to join them, but Hai's going to get a lot of damage on this turret. Dignitas have 30 seconds to discuss how they defend their base right here because they're about to lose 2
Are there
inhibitors.
home guards? One home guard for them. They only have one.
Remember, there's only one Nexus turret as well. This is dangerously close to being the game right here.
10 seconds, Kiwi.
Balls leads the
13.
charge. There's
Oh,
the
they're
ascension.
gonna do it.
They're
They got
going
it.
for it. 6 seconds on Annie, 5 seconds. The first Nexus turret going to be going down. On the Nexus they
Oh
go.
my
C9
God.
going for the base. Here's KiWiKiD, but he's not going to be there in time. Cloud9 with the crazy victory.
Oh, you could see in every player's reaction there. Scar with the big sigh. Meteos with a giant grin on his face. They just won the game with a single team fight. Balls flanking around behind them, and the Grand Skyfall catching everybody with the silence onto QtPie there. They took out all the damage. We were saying in the early team fights, it was all the initiation. It was coming from KiWiKiD, it was coming from Cruzer. This time, Cloud9 with the initiation. They got a great Skyfall, and it worked out.
Such good plays by these guys. Deserving of the crowd cheer for sure.
That flank from Balls at the end.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Absolutely a great fight right there. And they tried so many times. Fight after fight after fight went Dignitas' way. C9 were letting it slip for a while, and they finally found the battle they needed. And it was so dominant. 5-1 in that fight. That's an impressive
So
scoreline
what happens
when you're
when you
behind
get
the whole
everybody
time.
with that circle?
Yeah.
All of the DPS from Dignitas are retreating. They're all just trying to run away. They're not dealing any damage at all, and they just get massacred by Cloud9 while they're running for the hills.
Such impressive stuff by these guys. The Kassadin getting its first win in the North American LCS, and it's a nail-biter to
One
be
for
sure.
the underdog.
One for
Kassadin.
the underdog. And Cloud9 to be sure as well. So they hold on to their, I still believe, undefeated streak in the Super Week here. 2-1 against Dignitas now overall in the regular season. And Dig, they're holding on to 4th place.
We've had some exciting games here at the end of the day.
Yeah, we really
have. A lot
have.
of